There we go. How you guys doing? I'm Sean. Sean in Alaska. Welcome. It's Friday, so I'm live. um, Basically, you can ask anything you want. We'll talk about anything you want. I'll give you any answers I can possibly give. And if you need more information than that, then feel free to email me. The link is on the YouTube page, or join the Facebook page for Sean in Alaska. That link's down below as well. And you can send me a message on there. I'm more than happy to help. Molly says hi. You gonna come up here? You gonna come up? You gonna come up? Come up on the couch. Here. Come over here. Come on up. If you're watching this after the live is over, you can still read the comments over there. And if you leave a comment, I'll go ahead and I'll answer that as well, because that happens every week. How I like to do this is I like to say hello to everybody in the chat. If you have got a comment or a question, and just feel free to ask it over there. And if you think I've missed it, ask it again in all caps. And then if I get to it and I've already answered it, I'm more than happy to just go ahead and skip over it. I just want to make sure I answer anybody's questions they may have. Let's get the ticker started. Excuse me. Sunrise was at 7 a.m. and sunset is at 9:12 p.m. for a total of 14 hours and 12 minutes of daylight. We've gained a little more than 39 minutes. That's kind of what's happening every week now here in my part of Alaska of daylight in the last week. And we're gaining 5.5 minutes every single day of daylight. So, you know, what, 5 times 12 is 60, I believe, right? Yeah. So every 12 days, we gain another hour of daylight. The low temperature in Funny River was 25 Fahrenheit this morning. Our high is 43 above, and we are in full-blown breakup. And for those that don't know, what breakup means is we have 4 seasons in Alaska. So everywhere else in the United States, they have spring, summer, fall, and winter, right? We don't. We have green up, we have brown up, we have freeze up, and we have breakup. And breakup coming after freeze up is the best way that you could describe it, because all the ice and snow and everything that we have pretty much breaks up, and it's just a muddy, wet mess. And that's what we're in right now. And then to top it all off, it's raining today. And I saw Linda over in the side chat saying that she, you know, winter just won't let go. She's having snow. We had snow again the other day. So I was driving to work and the roads were white. And by the time I came home, it was 44 degrees. The nice thing is this time of year, it doesn't really matter what happens, because we're going to be 40 something degrees that afternoon anyway. So like when I was coming home, it was 37. By the time I got home, it was 41. So it's super, super, super awesome. I agree, Matt. We need the snow to go. With that said, let's jump on over to the side chat here. And this is it. MJH, how are you doing, my friend? He was first in line. He was so quick. Literally, I had just set this thing up, and I looked back at it to do the ticker thing, and he already had a comment on there, which was super awesome. I love that. I love when people look forward to this. Excuse me. Welcome, my friend. It is awesome to see you. If you got questions about this week's video, by all means, now's the time to ask it too. And before I get too much further down the road on that, I did have Brook Trout asked a comment about why I didn't Tyvek the shed yet before I put the solar panels up. Those solar panels are held with, what, 2, 4, 6, 8 screws mounted to the side of the wall. When I get ready to side that shed, I will probably Tyvek it then. I'm not gonna bother Tyvecking it yet. It's just a shed. There's nothing in there that I have to worry about. It stays dry in there, but I'm not going to bother putting Tyvek on that until I get to the point where I'm getting ready to side it. So that's why I didn't put any Tyvek on it, and I just put the panels right up on the side of the wall. The other comment was, and actually that might not have been Brook Trout. He might have asked the comment. There was another comment on today's video that asked, oh, it was another person. It wasn't Brook Trout. That asked why I didn't put hinges on the top of the panels so that I could adjust the angle for the times of the year in the sun. So that was going to be my original plan. I was going to take the 2 panels that are on the racks that I built, and I was just going to mount hinges on them, and then I was going to mount those up on the top, and then I was going to cut a stick that, you know, multiple sticks that would be for different seasons, so that I could hold it up, shove the stick in there, and that's where it would be. The reason I didn't do that is because by the time the sun gets around the cabin now and gets over to those panels, including the ones that are up on the top of the shed, I'm already well over. I'm at 100%, and I've been at 100% for multiple hours in solar on my battery backup. So the main reason why those panels are there is they're going to be winter sun. That's what I'm looking for. Something that's higher up that could pick that sun up off the horizon and maybe make it so I don't have to fire up the generator. And they're actually in a perfect position for winter sun right there. So, yeah, there's no reason to really hinge those. Originally, I thought I'd do it, but I changed my mind on it. Charles and Annalyn, welcome. Great to see you. Molly says hello as well. Linda at Lipstick Lodge, how are you doing? Great to see you. Awesome, awesome to have you here. Be Charming, welcome. Glad you can make it here today as well. Man in Alaska, or Matt in Alaska, howdy from the car as I drive home. Ort, what's up, brother? Awesome to see you today. Glad you can make it. Karen, welcome. Awesome to see you today. Sand Dollar J, welcome. Glad to see you today. That little dollar sign there at the end, that means that Sand Dollar J is a member. Karen is as well. Member benefits. The one thing I can guarantee you is that when I'm done editing a video, I'm going to upload that video immediately when I'm done. After I process it, I'm going to upload it. It's going to be sitting there. It's going to be ready for release on Friday. But if you're a member, you get to watch it right then. So I set it up so members could see the video right away, and then everybody else sees it at noon on Friday, Alaska time. And it's always been noon on Friday at Alaska time. But members, that's a one perk that they get for supporting the channel, and I greatly appreciate your support. Sunshine, welcome, Sunshine AK. Out walking the dog. I'm probably going to be doing that myself a little bit later on today. I bought Molly her first real leash today. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Last time I had her on a leash, I got it from Todd. It was just to bring her home one day when I walked over, and she did not want any part of that stupid thing. So we're going to start getting her leash trained so I can start taking her out in public, go to the beach, that kind of stuff. Let her get out there running. But, yeah, I picked her up a leash today. It's Nicole and Z. Does that mean you're in New Zealand, Nicole? The other side of the world? That means that it's Saturday already for you? It's still Friday for us? Awesome to see you. Glad you can make it here today. Yeah, what Linda was saying earlier, I saw this comment when we were getting ready to go live. Winter will not let us go. It snowed from midnight till noon today. And we've got snow in the forecast like over the next 5 days, like 4 of the days have snow in the forecast. It's not going to stay for us. It's done. It's on its way out. Renee, welcome. How are you doing today? Beautiful day, 78 in Pennsylvania. Don't get used to it. I looked at the 15-day forecast, and we still don't have a day yet that's forecasted to be 50 degrees. Everything is still in the 40s. But it's just nice to know that it's over, and it's nice to know that everything's going to be. I'm starting to see patches of my driveway again, which it's been a long time. I'm looking forward to seeing dirt. Ward, what's up, brother? Awesome to see you, my friend. Hope you're feeling better. Karen, doing fantastic. I hope you are as well. Everybody saying hi to everybody else. Blueberry Bog, how are you doing? Hello, Sean, Molly, everyone. Thank God it's Friday. It was a long week for me. It was normally on Fridays, I've got my job kind of dialed in to where I can get done really early Friday. So I could get out of there after about 4.5 or 5 hours. But today was an 8-hour day because the whole week I was just chasing. There was one problem after another problem after another problem. And I've been there for a while, so I kind of know what all the solutions are when we have those problems. So it put me behind in my job. So I was there for 8 hours today. So I worked 40 hours this week. I'm not looking forward to that. I'll look forward to the paycheck next week, but I don't like working 40 if I don't have to. Trudy, how are you? Awesome to see you today. Good evening, Sean and Molly. Wow, you got a lot done this week. I know you've already enjoyed your new fan. I have loved it. It's right there. I got the light on. Here's the neat thing, right? So I misspoke in there when I said it's a smart fan. It is, but I have a remote control, and I take this upstairs with me when I go to bed at night. And it's not dark. It doesn't get dark now until 9:30, quarter to 10, where it's actually dark and you can't see inside. But when I get up in the morning, it's dark. So I turn the light on and then I come downstairs. And I've run the fan quite often already just to get a little nice air circulation. It's really been nice. But it's a smart fan, meaning that if you have, like, if I had Alexa here, I could say, Alexa, turn on ceiling fan. And Alexa would turn on my ceiling fan. But it doesn't have a Bluetooth feature where I could just log in with my cell phone. I thought it did, but it didn't. And that's fine. Because I can turn the fan on with this and just run the fan, or I could turn the light on with this and just run the light. I mean, I could just reach up and right now and turn it off. Right? Matter of fact, I'll leave it off for now. But it's so nice. It's so nice to have light in my living room. And that was the big deal, is I don't really need light going forward until probably September, when it's going to start getting dark in the cabin again. But it's really nice because I wake up early in the morning on my day off. I don't set the alarm, and I'm usually up at 4:30 in the morning, usually 5 at the latest, and it's still dark. So I get up and I have light in my house. It's not dingy and dark inside here. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, right on. T1 or T2 is in Destin. Hope to catch up with them and have dinner and visit. That would be awesome. That would be great, Art. Tell him I said hi. He's going to be back up here in May. He's talking about, we call him Sakaloff Todd, or T1, or T2 rather. And then my neighbor Todd across the street is T1 to me. And then I think it's vice versa for Ward, because he knew that Todd before he knew this Todd. But yeah, they're out on vacation. He'll be here from May until October. They've got a house up here. And they come up and spend the whole summer up here fishing. And he just built a cabin. I'll get some video. We'll do a walkthrough of the cabin that he built by hand. It was super cool. He did a great job. He did. Oh, it's freaking beautiful. And I'll answer that question. I haven't even tried a beer yet. So this is, I think, week 3. I might open one up tomorrow. We'll see. I might open one up tomorrow and see how it's carbonating up. But no, he hasn't had a beer yet because I haven't had a beer yet out of the batch. And he answered it right there, too. John's Touchpad. Welcome, my friend. Awesome to see you today. Glad you can make it. Hope you guys had a fantastic week, by the way. And I hope you have a great weekend planned. By the way, Sean. Sten, welcome, my friend. It is awesome to see you today. Definitely, the thumbs up greatly help. When you give a thumbs up on YouTube, it means you like the content. And that the more of those I get, the more YouTube suggests me out to other folks. And I had a great boost from Jay and Jen off grid. Jay gave me a really great shout out. We've been friends for quite a while. I think we kind of started our YouTube. I started mine maybe a little bit before him, and I had seen him in a couple of other in another YouTube channel that I watch. He went over and helped a buddy of mine, a YouTube buddy of mine, with a project that he was doing, and we kind of became friends right when he was starting to build the cabin. But he gave me a nice shout out in a video about a week and a half ago, and I picked up like 150 subscribers. It was awesome because I was trending down, and I know with my channel, when I'm out building stuff and I'm out doing stuff outside, I do a lot better than when I'm inside. But there's only so much of that I can do without fighting all the elements outside as well. So, but it was really awesome to see because he gave me that shout out, and man, things just kind of exploded. It was super cool. Sunshine says the rain just stopped and the clouds are floating away. Beautiful time for a walk on the streets. Yeah, I'm looking outside right now, and it's kind of why I turned the light on here. Let me look at how bright it is getting outside right now. I mean, it is. The rain stopped, the clouds are clearing, and I'm going to be fully charged on everything that I have here at the cabin, if I'm not already. I agree, Matt, right? We need the snow to go. I'm done with it. Sorry. I thought I set it up so that it wouldn't do anything. So if you guys get an ad, let me know. Because I set it up to be monetized, because anybody who watches it after it's live will see the ads throughout the video. But when you're watching it live, I should have it set up so that you don't see any ads. So if you see any, let me know. Angie, long time no see. Angie and I were catching up. She stopped in at the store today. We worked together for a few years and became great friends. We get together once in a while, go have beers. But she ran into me at the store today, and then we were chit-chatting at the store, and then ran into each other in the grocery aisles, chit-chatting while we're shopping, and then chit-chatting in the truck when we're done with that. And just awesome. Angie made me those pint glasses that I have that say Sean in Alaska, and I have a moose and a bear and a salmon and an eagle. Yeah, Angie made those herself, and I think she's gonna start doing a business on them, and they'll be available to anybody who wants them. So if she decides that she's going to launch that business and get into that, I'll get you guys information if you're interested in getting pint glasses, because they're super cool. And there's some other stuff that her and her friend are thinking about doing too. But as she gets off the ground floor with that, I'll let you guys know if you're interested. Excuse me. Hey, Sean, the ceiling fan is a decent brand. It's normal to see a little movement while it's on, especially when it's on high. Thought your place was ready for takeoff. It was pretty cool, right? So when I said there was a little wobble in it, I mean there was very little wobble in it, but that was on the highest speed and it was just cranking. I mean, there was some serious wind coming down from that. And the neat thing about where it's placed is it's right along the line of so half of the fan is on the loft side and half of the fan is on this side. So it was not only blowing air everywhere down here, but it was blowing all kinds of air up there. It's going to be awesome this summer. That's a game changer. Blueberry Bog, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate that. Speaking of Todd from Florida, awesome to see you. Art said you were down that way. I saw your pictures, man. The beach is beautiful. The beach is gorgeous. Yeah, the only white you're going to see like that here is snow because we still have all kinds on the ground. It's melting fast, though, man. It's melting fast. PTL Motorsports, Dave and Mary, awesome to see you. Glad you could make it today. John, welcome, my friend. Great to have you here today. John from southern Wisconsin, where it's 55 degrees. Right now, it is 71 degrees inside the cabin. And then outside, oh, it's warmed up. Chickens are running around out there. Right now, outside, it's 48 degrees. So, I mean, we're getting there. We're getting close. I actually had one day here where the temperature gauge said it was 53. I don't know how accurate that was. It could have just been the sun hitting it. But, yeah, it's definitely nice. Oh, it's going to be yummy. Ward, it's going to be so yummy. I might give it a taste tomorrow. I'm going to throw dinner on the grill tomorrow night. And I've got a bunch of outdoor work that I'm going to be doing, weather permitting. I don't really care if it's raining or not. I'll probably do it anyway. I got rain gear. But I'm going to be working outside most of the day tomorrow. And while I'm grilling dinner, I'll probably pop open the first of those beers and see how it turned out. Still Matt in Utah, but we'll be Matt in Alaska in a month. Awesome, man. Awesome. Excuse me wants to know how the plants are doing. So I planted 2 varieties of onions, right? I planted the red onions and I planted the white onions, and the white onions did absolutely terrible. And the red onions, I'll give you an update in next week's video, are doing fantastic. So here's what I think I'm going to do. We have a greenhouse up here called Trinity Greenhouse where you can go in and you can buy plants. They start everything pretty much there themselves. And I get potatoes, seed potato from them and stuff like that. So last year, I think, if you saw the intro here, you saw the potatoes I got. I think last year I planted too many potatoes, so I didn't get any really big ones. So this year the plan is to plant fewer potatoes and try and get bigger potatoes out of it. And then because all the white onions failed, I've got the red onions I started from seed. I'm going to buy some onion starts, some onion sets, which are year-old onions, right? And I'm going to see how those grow compared to the ones I started from seed. So, I mean, I'll have a big variety when it's done, but it'll be interesting to see how they go. Old School Alaska, what's happening? Awesome to see you today. Glad you can make it. Mike McKinley, welcome, my friend. Awesome to see you today. Oh, I might be back. Have to watch Sean's video. The negative thing about doing this on Friday is my video releases at noon, and then I start the live at 3. So you have a 3-hour window to see the video if you want to comment on the video in this week's live. Or you can comment on last week's video. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. But this week's video is done because it was outdoor stuff, because I was doing stuff. This video is done much better than my last few videos I've done. Scrolling through. How'd you get 7? That's crazy, Karen. You get 7. Anybody else get any ads? Let me know. That's crazy. You shouldn't have gotten anything. I don't know what the heck happened there. Because when I set it up, it says how frequent do you want the ads, and the setting is manual, which means I have to click when the ads are going to play, and I don't click when I don't do it. I don't let it do anything like that. So, man, you shouldn't be getting any, and you got 7 already. That's nuts. It just happened. Info on yours too. Okay, thank you. And Karen's been a member for 11 months. Awesome, Karen. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. It's 69 in my room where I'm staying at my parents' house, and it's too hot. It was, like I said, it's 70 in here now. When I got home, I turned the heater off, and I've been going back and forth with the diesel heater, the Bouge RV heater that I did the review on, and the Buddy heater. I've had Buddy heater issues though. I think my oxygen sensors are screwed up in my Buddy heaters. after everything I've watched video wise on it. So I'm gonna try and get them all repaired. And if I do, I'm gonna have like 6 buddy heaters when I'm finished because I haven't thrown any of them away yet. I'm telling you, Renee, you're gonna love it when you get here. You're gonna love it when you get to Alaska. Yeah, see, Trinity Greenhouse is an awesome, beautiful greenhouse. It's the stuff they have there is phenomenal. And I just saw on Facebook that they posted their onion sets are in. So I'll probably pick some up next week. Can't do anything with them yet because the raised beds are still buried in snow. Angie said it, yeah, Trinity has all the onion starts, saw it yesterday. Yep. Molly is laying right here on the floor. Here, I'll show you. Say hi, Molly. Say hi. Good puppy. Good girl. She got I stopped off and picked her up some pads. She's doing really good lately with the potty training inside. But, obviously we still have accidents because she's in the cabin while I'm at work all day. But we haven't had any poop accidents in a while, but I needed new potty pads. So while I was there, I picked up the leash at Petco. And then I picked her up a treat. So when I got home and she did her thing and ran around in the yard in a bit and then came back in the cabin, I gave her treat and she just devoured that thing. She loved it. No ads on your end. Ward said he did. I don't know what's going on. That's crazy. I have no idea. Angie, the weather report on the other side of the river, because she lives on the Sterling side of the river, is 48 degrees in the shade and sunny. Nice. No ads on sunshine. I don't know why. I don't know why some are getting ads and some are not. That makes no sense to me. No ads, ad free. Steve Grounds, what's happening, brother? Awesome to see you today. Glad you can make it. Hope you and Christy are doing well. Tommy, what's happening, my friend? Great to have you here today as well. Mike had 4 ads already. I don't know. That makes no sense. That's crazy. That makes no sense. I don't know where the ads are coming from. Wild Mountain Rose. Hi, Sean and Molly. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you. I hope you do as well. We need more Molly. We need a Molly cam. So I had mentioned in the video, in this week's video, that I had a falcon issue with the chickens. And it was pretty incredible to see, first of all, because nature is nature, and there's nothing you can do. And I'm in nature's home. I live in an area that is wild, and they were here first. But at the same time, I don't want to lose chickens. But the chickens went nuts, and immediately Molly jumped off the couch and ran over to the window. Because every time we're out there and I go over to feed the chickens, I say, hey, Molly, let's go feed your chickens. And she runs right over, right? They're her chickens as far as she's concerned. And so we ran out there and I had grabbed a stick from the wood, from where I keep the kindling and stuff for the wood stove. Because I was just going to whack it. It was done. And I didn't want to pew it. So I was just going to whack it with a stick or throw a stick at it to get it to go away. But when I ran out, it was trying to get away with the chicken, and then the chicken got free, and so no chickens were harmed in the entire incident. But I had all these black feathers all over the place, and then we went back out there about an hour or two later, and there were brown feathers everywhere. And then I was really freaking out. I thought, oh, I didn't ever heard anything. So that falcon came in and got a brown chicken and took off, or a red chicken and took off, and I'm looking underneath the coop, and there's this red chicken under there with a couple of black chickens around it, and its feathers were like all over it. It looked like somebody dropped a toaster in its bathtub because it had feathers everywhere, and that was the chicken. So no chickens were lost. But the falcon has been trying to get to those chickens for probably 2 years now, and I wanted to get a good picture of it before, because I've got the little solar panel that's sitting right in the yard out there, the one single one by itself that I use to charge up the oaks, before I had my whole solar system and everything built. And I had walked out there one day, and that falcon had flown into the chicken run, got confused and couldn't figure a way to get out because I had the chicken wire up over the top. And when it finally got out, it was freaking out, and it landed on that solar panel. It was just sitting there. It was super cool to see it. They're just a beautiful bird. But yeah, no chickens were harmed in the making of that video, and there were no chickens harmed by the falcon, which was awesome. YouTube Premium is the only subscription service I pay for. 100% worth it for never seeing ads. I don't have, subscription service wise. So this program right here that I go live with, I pay for this. I pay a monthly stipend for the bells and whistles and the perks that this program has, and I think it's well worth it because I think it gives a better product to you guys when you're watching me live. And then I have Amazon Prime, and I think that is all I have. I mean, I my cell phone gave me Disney and Hulu and stuff like that, so I don't pay for any ESPN. So I don't pay for any of those. I never watch ESPN anyway. But Disney, I'll watch Disney movies with the kids, or every once in a while when I just want to watch one. And then Hulu's got some great shows on it too, and Disney owns Hulu anyway. But Amazon Prime is a must-have if you live in Alaska because shipping will destroy you unless you have something like Amazon Prime where you get free shipping. Beto, welcome, my friend. It is awesome to see you. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope your week was good and you have a great weekend planned. Everybody saying hello to everybody else. What else have I got going on? I'm thinking about doing something in that corner over there. And if I do, it'll be in the next 2 weeks. I got the solar panels mounted. The next thing is as soon as the ground clears a little bit more, because it was kind of a hassle setting up the scaffolding, just because I had part of it on ice and part of it in the air, and then I had to put blocking underneath it to keep it kind of stable. But I need to install the Starlink antenna in its permanent home. I need to run electrical to the shop so that I can put a light in there, and so that I can do an outlet for a freezer because I plan on putting a freezer out in there. My part for my chainsaw that I ordered, that I talked about in this week's video, I thought was going to be here already, but it's not going to be here now till Monday. So, oh well. That means I'll just fire up the Stihl chainsaw this weekend. And that's about all I got for you. Truck's been running great. Everything's been working fine around here. And even on days like today where it's been cloudy most of the day, I'm still at 100% power before I get home from work. And generally I get home from work at about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So, electricity is not an issue for me at all at this point. I guess I lied. I pay for Canva and Epidemic Sound for the channel, but entertainment-wise, I only have YouTube, no Netflix or Hulu or Spotify or anything. I do Pandora, but I don't pay for it. So I listen to the ads on Pandora, but I listen to radio my entire life. But I love the mix of music that I can stream from there. And then I listen to RNAG, which is Radio Nageltalk, RNAG, Radio Nageltalk, out of Ireland, and it's all in Irish, all Irish language, Irish music. Super, super cool. I really enjoy it. There's been bits and pieces of it in my videos over the last couple of years. Canva, I actually signed up for. I've been using Canva for free. So I use the free version of Canva for every one of my thumbnails. So like the thumbnail that I had for this video, I set up 5 minutes before I set the video up, the live stream up. But I'm thinking I'm going to pay for Canva because I use it a lot and I could do a lot more if I do a paid version on that. So I might do that. And Canva, for the folks that don't know what we're talking about here, is like just what I said. It's a picture editor that you can use to make banners, like my banner for my channel, Sean in Alaska, the banner with the river and the snow, and that's that. I did all that on Canva, and it's a really cool program. I love playing with programs like that. John, no ads here. You should think about putting a roof over your ramp to the shed in white to boost your solar output. I don't know if that will make much of a difference because that, like I said, so those two panels, and the other question was, am I going to put 2 more panels up there? And if I put any panels further to the right of those, I think it's not going to be worth it to do it because the angle's getting too far off of where the sun's at. So where those 2 panels are at now on the shed, I get great sunlight all day long on it. But I do not get as good a sunlight later on in the day, earlier in the day and later on in the day if I go any further to the right. But now back to the panels and a white roof to reflect to give more power to those panels. They're mainly going to be winter solar. That's kind of what I'm after here, is to get more and more winter solar. Summer solar is not a problem for me. Winter solar is a big problem. If I can get my solar panels higher, like on that shed, I will get more solar power in winter, which means I won't have to run the generator as much. I'm still going to have to run the generator. Um, the two panels that are on the side that I've been using forever, those are going to go over in the field next door with the other two panels. Well, right now, those other two panels, they have this place to 100% every single day before I even get home. So it's just if I'm charging anything up in the afternoon when I get home, that's all that is coming off of those lower panels right now. And the upper panels aren't connected yet because the cables are all still frozen into the ground. I haven't been able to break them free yet. I'm going to work on that a little bit. I kind of don't want to take a shovel and chop it up though, because knowing my luck, I'll chop through a cable. and and the whole idea here is I want to use those cables for the upper panels on the shop. And then I bought two rolls, 100 feet each, of cable that I'm going to use to run to the panels on the other side, so they'll be continuous. There won't have any breaks in them. That's kind of the game plan. Hey Sean, if you started the downstairs bedroom, doesn't make that place sound huge. No, I haven't. I have not started anything with it. I'm going to play around with a little bit of it this year. I don't know how much I'm going to do. I'd like to have all the ground where the new bedroom is going to go over here. I'd like to have all that cleared out and maybe have the foundation, the sonotubes in and done this year. But I'm not going to build that bedroom this year. This year is going to be more about finishing up projects I don't have done yet, that I've just let go by the wayside. I have a real problem with getting something till it's good enough and then stopping and not finishing. We all know that. If you watch my channel for any amount of time, my roof, my walls, you'll know that I get something where I'm like, okay, I can live with that, and I live with that, and I need to stop that. I need to get some other stuff done. So this year is going to be a lot of cleaning up on the property, finishing up the fence around the garden, getting that. I will be building that greenhouse as soon as the ground thaws out enough to be able to get it constructed. And I want to get all the dead trees downed and out of here, and refill my firewood and stuff like that. But I don't want to start any really big projects this year because I need to get the smaller projects done. I need to make sure my insulation under the cabin is 100% where I want it to be. I need to get something on these walls eventually, and the ceiling, and yeah. So no bedroom being built, but I might start parts of other projects this year as I go. Carol, oh, awesome to see you. Glad you're here. That's crazy. Why are some people getting all these ads and everybody else is getting none? That makes zero sense to me. I apologize. I'm very sorry for that. I set these up when we go live so that there are no ads, but apparently something's going on. Dash Attack. What's up, Dashy? Awesome to see you, man. Glad you can make it. Glad your mom told you when I was going live. This is my grandson. Kid's a awesome kid. I need to get him to Alaska, right? We need to talk your mom and dad into letting you come to Alaska and spend its summer with grandpa so you can fish for salmon with me. And we can cut down trees and stuff, build buildings and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you listen to Spotify. Okay. Yeah, I could probably listen to Spotify too, but I started with Pandora. And that's just been the one that I have the app set up on the phone for. I have a Spotify app, but I don't think I've ever used it. I listen to, I call it newgrass or modern bluegrass music. So, the Steel Drivers and I can't really tell you the names of all the groups. New Trout Revival, and some off the wall modern bluegrass and folk music. That's kind of what I like. So I have a channel set up on Pandora just for that. Blueberry Bug, thank you. Greatly appreciated, man. That is awesome. Ward, what station have worked on here? What are you talking about? Full sentences, as Russell likes to say, full sentences, please. And he's back at the cabin. So when we're done with this, after I play with Molly outside for a bit, I'll be watching a little bit of Russell and his off-grid adventures. He's back at his cabin now, so I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a ton of fun. We have Prime and Netflix. We pay $20 a year for Prime and about $10 a month for Netflix. That's pretty cheap, man. That's actually very cheap. My kids have Netflix and they hooked me up with it, and I was watching some different shows on there with them. And so we'd watch a show and then we'd chit chat about it afterwards. My kids and I are real tight. And then I went to log in and I cast everything to my TV. I went to log in on my phone and it said, "Look, we'll let you watch it this time, but you're not anywhere near where you said your house is." So it won't let me use Netflix anymore. Pretty saying hi to everybody. I'm just kind of scrolling through here. Matt, I'm going to try and install 2 panels on the roof of the new RV tomorrow, rain permitting. Nice. Yeah, you'll get great power out of that. You will get great power out of that. What's up, dude? Awesome, awesome that you can. I love when you join my lives, man. I think it's super cool. Says Matt, I was thinking about that also, but I still need to buy 2 chainsaws and 2 generators before the move. You don't really need 2 chainsaws, and we sell chainsaws here. You can buy steel chainsaws up here. You're not going to pay any more for them here than you're going to pay for them in the lower 48. And generators, pretty much the same thing, unless there's something specific you're looking for. Um, it doesn't hurt to have two. I would eventually like to have another one, but I paid the same price for my Honda suitcase up here that my brother paid for his Honda suitcase in California. So, yeah. Matt says this summer will be a small project summer for me too, cleaning up the down trees on the property, a little bit of dirt work, maybe a small shed build. Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of tree removal here this year, a lot of it. You guys are going to get sick of seeing me drop trees, but I need to get the trees cleared out because they're just dead, and they're gonna they're gonna snap in a windstorm, and then they're gonna hit my truck or something else and ruin it. And there's no reason to leave them standing because I need firewood anyway. I burned through just about every piece of firewood I had this winter. This was a lot. This was the coldest winter that Alaska has had since the 50s. So 75 years. This was a cold, cold winter. Even with that said, though, I stayed pretty darn toasty warm in the cabin. It was that wood stove was a huge game changer. It was absolutely beautiful. Excuse me, says Sean. You making more vids about food? You know it, man. I love food. I love cooking, and I'm going to share whatever I'm cooking or working on. If I think you guys will like it, I'm going to share it with you. There'll definitely be video tomorrow night or tomorrow next week of me grilling chicken outside tomorrow. I'm going to make a homemade honey mustard barbecue sauce. I do that. I just came up with that barbecue sauce one time when I didn't have any at home, and I absolutely love how it tastes. The kids love it. My grandkids have had it. So I'll be making. I picked up some honey today, so I'll be making honey mustard barbecue sauce chicken tomorrow night. And then I've got some Granny Smith apples, so I might roast an apple on there too. Might wrap it up in foil, fill it up with brown sugar and butter. Yeah, and bake an apple for dinner or for dessert afterwards. That would be yummy. That would be good. So there'll be food involved. Oh, when I was on the radio, that was KDLL, 91.9 FM, KDLL out of Kenai, Alaska, when I was on the radio. Dash, Molly is half Rottweiler. Her dad was pure Rottweiler, and her mom was pure Australian Shepherd. So she's half Rottweiler and half Australian Shepherd. So she's bigger than an Australian Shepherd, but not as big as a Rottweiler. And then she's built like an Australian Shepherd. So she's long and lean, runs, jumps, loves to play fetch. So not really a whole lot of the personality of the Rottweiler, except she will chew on stuff. She ate my chair. I have a chair sitting over by the window. It's been fine since she's been a puppy. And I put the chair back over there because it's the one that I was using when I was bottling beer. And I finally took, or I used it to stand on to wire underneath the, when I wired upstairs. I used it to stand on in the pantry. And I finally moved it back over to the window. And I came home like 2 days later and she'd eaten the entire back off the chair. I'm like, I don't know. Dog likes to chew stuff. So the comment that Blueberry Bog's making right here, Matt, I was told to buy 2 of everything. So I read a lot and I listen to a lot of audiobooks and I listen to a lot of special forces audiobooks where their mantra seems to be 1 is none and 2 is 1. So at least if you have 2 and 1 breaks, it works. And I'm a firm believer in that. I really am. My chainsaw is a great example. So I have the old still, and then I have the new Husqvarna. Um, and the still was fine. It's just a heavy saw. It's just an older, heavier saw. And for the trees that we have here, I don't need that much chainsaw. But had I not had the steel, um, then I would not be able to do any tree work at all this weekend because the Husqvarna is down until I get the new board for it. So yeah, there's a great example of it. I blew up my generator while we were live before I moved into the cabin, and we were sitting in the cabin on a live, and my old generator, my old Westinghouse, blew up. And I had to go to the store and buy a generator when I was not ready to buy one. Now the Honda's an upgrade, a definite upgrade. Honda generator is just incredible. But yeah, there's a great example of why you probably should have two of everything. I need to buy a second inverter for the cabin because I only have the one. And if something happens to that, I have no power. There's nothing. I can't convert the electricity in my batteries to run anything if something happens to that inverter. So that's first on my list of new things to buy. Exactly, Matt. Wait to buy the second Jenny until the first one breaks. That's the Sean way of doing things. That's how I do it. I wait for no reason whatsoever other than the fact I'm an idiot to buy something that I absolutely must have. You coming over to say hi? Come on, come say hi. Come on, come here, come here. Come on, come on. Get up here. It's a good girl. It's a good girl. There's Molly on the TV. Look, there's Molly. There she is. Look at there's Molly. She's so big now. It's crazy how big this puppy's gotten. She's a good girl. Hey, no problem, man. Greatly. I have no problem sharing any of my problems that I've had. If I could help anybody avoid 10% of the issues that I've had since I have embarked on this journey, I would be extremely happy to do so. It is both. They're ugly and they're a huge fire hazard because those things go up like matches. It's crazy how fast they ignite. Telling your grandson about fishing and chopping trees down. I'm waiting to hear Tim Allen man grunt. Minnesota Meg off grid. How are you doing? If you like that kind of music, I bet you like Teskey Brothers, Tyler Childers, Max McGowan, Red Clay Strays. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. All of them. All of them. I really like Tyler Childers. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Jolie, welcome. Glad you can make it today. Made it and agree. More food videos and kilt. I keep getting asked a lot about the kilt. Yeah, I'll probably buy a new one. I'll probably get a new one. We'll see if the old one doesn't fit anymore because as you get older, you lose your butt. So, and I got skinny than I was when I started this thing. Because if you go back and you look at the first couple of videos that I did once I was on the property, I was pretty heavy, and I dropped quite a bit of weight. So, yeah, it kind of falls off me now. But there is probably going to be a new kilt. There's probably going to be a new kilt. I love wearing them, though. Absolutely love wearing kilts. And I love seeing all the comments about, I turned the channel on and saw some guy in a skirt, so I turned it off right away. Well, at least you left a comment. That's fine, too. It does. The spruce does make decent firewood. The problem with it is it burns too fast. It really does. So you can't really build up a lot of coals like you can with birch. Birch, you'll build up coals. So this year I'd like to get some birch as well. The honey is not the same as it used to be. Some brands seem to use corn syrup or something. There's nothing like the real deal. I agree, but I got no access to real honey yet. I'm working on it. It would be nice if I could get access to real honey. I guarantee you, I'd make a batch of mead. And for those that don't know, mead is wine fermented from honey, and it's so yummy, so yummy. I love doing that kind of stuff. My lab I had as a kid loved to chew trees, braided steel cables, tension and wire. Yeah, she will eat anything. She will chew anything. And just when I think she's all right, she's good with it, I can leave that there and not have a problem. I come back the next day and she chewed it up. And the box that the fan was in, I left it sitting on the floor. I came home from work the next day. She chewed off the end of the box and then proceeded the corrugated cardboard fibrous stuff that they have the fan heads and blades and everything in. When you get it and you open the box, she chewed every piece of it. I had that crap all over the cabin. It was ridiculous. She is a pretty pup, isn't she, Karen? She's such a good dog, too. She's so awesome. You do. You should have two inverters. You should have two inverters. And that's, I'm lucky that the one I have hasn't been any issues. It's a great brand, G&L. Um, it's a I can't say enough good stuff about the brand itself and its longevity, but I need to have. I'll probably buy another one. It'll be a little bit bigger than this one. This is a 2200 watt, uh, but I probably don't need to go over 4000 watts because I don't think I'll ever be using 4000 watts or more at the same time. Um, but then I'll buy a third one, and then I'll just put the bigger, say the 4000 watt into service, and then I'll have another one, another 4000 watt one, but I'll have the G&L as an emergency backup if I need it. Matt, have a great week, man. Awesome to have you here today. Greatly appreciate it. Yep, crazy, crazy. Awesome, Renee. I love hearing that. That's super cool. That is super cool. If I could teach one person one thing out of this whole YouTube journey that I've been on, my main goal was to keep the kids in touch, and then it became to show my kids and my grandkids that if you want to do anything in life, you can do it because they know I'm not a builder. I've never really built anything at all in my life, but they've seen me say this is what I want to do. They've seen me make the move to do it. They've seen me work hard to earn it, and then they've seen me work hard to do it. And just that to me is super awesome. Super awesome. I saw on the NASA channel they're streaming the Artemis 2 splashdown in about 20 minutes. So very cool. Very cool. I agree. Mead is amazing. I made mead a couple of times, and I aged it in French. I didn't have French oak barrels, but I had French oak chips, and I toasted the French oak chips, and I aged it on that. It was so good. But I made a straight mead, just a regular honey mead, and then I made a raspberry mead where I took fresh raspberries, crushed them up, and dumped them in the mead and let it ferment on that, and it turned a blush color from the raspberries. It was oh God, it was so yummy, so yummy. I have a need for mead. Karen, I love wearing the kilt. To me, it's the most comfortable article of clothing any man can wear. It's a kilt. It's just incredible, and the fact that it had the big construction pockets, so I could have tape measures in my pockets. I could hang my drill over my. It was super awesome to have. I may have to get suspenders though to keep it up, but I absolutely love wearing that thing. Oh, Ward says, "How's the tire doing?" Because Ward brought over ropes and tires. She ate them. The tire's gone. She ate the entire tire, Ward. It's gone. I came home one day, tire's like this big. There's like a piece out of it, probably about this big. The next day, and then finally I just said no, and I just threw it away. I go, "You're just eating the stupid thing." And then the rope, she's tearing the rope to pieces too. She just tears. She'll sit there on the couch with all the knots in the ropes, and she'll just sit there and chew on them. And you see her moving her head. She's untying all the knots on the thing. It's a smart dog. It's a crazy smart dog. There's a bunch of folks up here, Renee, that sell honey. It's just I have to hook myself up with them, and I don't want to pay an arm and a leg for it. I don't mind giving somebody an honest price for an honest product, but some of these people think they're selling gold. What's happening, Robert? Been out working on your Flinty. All right, cool. I hope you're feeling better, man. I saw your post that you spazzed your back out, and it's not fun, man. It is not a good thing. But looks like you are back and at it again. Awesome, awesome. I have some birch on my property, mostly spruce. I'll save the birch for the overnight burn. That's exactly what you want to do. Is the birch for the overnight burn, and then when you get up in the morning, you can just kind of stoke those coals up, throw some wood on top of it, and have a fire right away again. This wood stove starts really quick, but I'll probably upgrade. Of major stuff that I think I need to upgrade in the cabin, a wood stove is one. I need a much more efficient stove that'll burn longer. I need to burn in the right wood too. But I'll have another use for that stove. I love that stove. It's beautiful. Oh, you got the Vader 3000 watt. Nice. That's Vader makes a bunch of stuff. I might give Vader. I might send them a message to see if they'll send me an inverter and I could test it out on the channel and everything because I've worked with them for a while now and they're super awesome to work with. They're great people and their products. I have not found an issue with anything I've gotten from them. Heck yeah. Just keep asking your mom. Just when your mom gets frustrated and she gets angry and she's all, why can't you just leave me alone? You can look at her and you can go, Mom, you could always send me to grandpa's for the summer. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Manipulate her. Brienne, if you're listening, you didn't hear what you just thought you heard. So don't worry about it. Karen, too. My dog used to tie the knots as well in ropes, right? That's funny. Yeah, that's where I was at when because my lower back went out about a week and a half ago, and it was just the muscles for me, and I trying to find a good masseuse, and I just can't. I don't like going to like a massage parlor. I want to find a good masseuse, and work those knots out of those muscles. But if I sat down, I was miserable. But if I stood up and worked and lifted stuff and kept moving, I was absolutely fine. But the sitting down was the hard part. Oh, Rob, you got the 2000 or 3000 from Vaderer? Yeah, Rob works with Vaderer too. If you guys are not a follower of Curmudgeon, you need to be because Rob and Sarah are awesome what they're doing over there. And he's done a lot more reviews on batteries and equipment than I have. And so he's tested a lot of different stuff out. And Rob, I am building the smokehouse this year, and I really want to get one of those smoke generators you had in your smokehouse video because I was blown away by the amount of smoke that thing put out. It was awesome. Been doing good at jujitsu lately? Cool, bud. Right on. That is awesome. I can't wait to see your next bout when your mom records it for me when you have your next big contest. That's going to be awesome. Oh, good. She didn't hear. Awesome. All right, we've got. That's it. The little cold smoker works amazing. That's what he was talking about. And I want to do some bacon, and I need cold smoke for bacon. So yeah, definitely, definitely. Um, Anybody got any questions before we wind this thing up? We got about 4 minutes left before we're going to go. I like to keep these as close to an hour as possible, except for when I do the special holiday ones. Like I did one I think New Year's Day. I didn't do New Year's this year. I do one on Christmas Day every year, and that one goes until we're tired of seeing each other. That one went like 4 hours, I think, this year. But other than that, I like to keep everything at an hour or right in that time frame. So if you got any comments or any questions, now's the time to throw them in. If you have not done so already, I'd greatly appreciate you checking out the video that released today. I got a lot done. I was pretty happy with how everything turned out. I absolutely love that fan. Um, Keep watching. I got a ton of things in the works for the next year, for the next summer here, and hopefully I'll get half of what I want to get done. If I get half of what I want to do done, it's going to be a great year. Where are we at here? Use one mic. Excuse me, said Sean, is gas going up there? Yeah, but we talked about that a little bit last week. There's nothing we can do about that. There's nothing you can do about the price of gas. It's still cheaper than it was. It was at one point up here. It was over $5 a gallon, and it was 4 something a gallon the other day when I filled up. I'll know tomorrow. I'll probably head into town and I'll fill the truck up. But it's just the cost of living, right? Rent doesn't go down. Gas rarely goes down. Groceries don't go down. We just somehow figure a way to deal with it. With that said, I think we're going to head out the door. Dash, thank you for joining me, folks. Thank you guys, as always, for the constant comments, the support, the watching the videos, the suggestions. I greatly appreciate those as well because Lord knows I can use all the help I can get. Sometimes I'm just a bonehead and I can't see the obvious solution in front of me. And if you've got any other comments and you've watched this live all the way through when it wasn't live, just leave the comments down below and I'll try and get them answered for you. Or like I said, you can follow me on the Facebook page. The link is down below. And you can leave a comment or question. I've gotten to the point now where I'm posting the release of the video on Friday on the Facebook page, and then when I go live on the Facebook page, so that anybody who's following the Facebook page will be a lot more in the know than anybody who doesn't. Because I don't know how good YouTube does of getting that information out to subscribers. So I'm trying to push as many people as possible into the Facebook page, and we'll make a little community out of it. We'll have some fun with it. I think that is it. Right? Everybody's saying bye. Dash Ward says, get up here. Your Auntie Ashley and your cousin Rosalie met Ward. They know who he is. One quick question. Has the river swelled much this year? It hasn't even thawed yet. It's just starting. The Kenai River, and I'll get some video footage for you. I'll fly the drone. The Kenai River is just starting to thaw out. We're just starting to get water running over the top, but it's still massively covered in ice. With that said, you guys, thank you very much as always. I am Sean in Alaska. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I hope you have a fantastic week. We will see you next Friday with a new video, and then we'll see you next Friday afternoon with another live. Thanks for joining me. You guys have a great weekend. I'm out of here. Bye.